So the only disclaimer I'm going to give for this kit review is that there is no disclaimer, because as you likely know by now, the Desert Luxe kit is being offered for free for those who already own the Sims 4 base game until October 17th as a thank you for those of us who have spent money on the base game before it goes free to play. So yeah, no EA Creator Network review copy this time around. So will this free offer affect my overall opinions on the kit? No, not by much, because after October 17th, it's still going to go up to the usual kit price of $5 US. So I'm still going to treat this as it is, a paid DLC. With that said, you should definitely still get this kit while it is still free. I haven't seen any major glitches with it, so it shouldn't harm your game. And it's really easy to claim it. It doesn't take all that long. So you click the claim button either on the very front of the main menu, or you go into the kit section and redeem the gift from there. It is kind of funny seeing it being offered at 100% off. Like, wow, what a steal. But yeah, you just click on the claim now button. It will ask for your credit card information, but don't worry, you won't actually be charged money. It's just part of the typical checkout process. The only thing is just make sure that online features are enabled in the options menu, because I totally forgot to enable mine before I tried it. So yeah, it still opens Origin in-game and then you go through the whole checkout process there. With all that out of the way, what is the Desert Luxe kit actually about? So it is a Southwestern inspired build kit, and it is actually a special collaboration with YouTuber Evelyn, just like how the last one, First Fits, was a collab with X Urban Sims X. I will leave a link in the video description below to Evelyn's video about this kit so you can actually listen to some of the development process behind this whole thing. There's a total of 27 desert-themed items on offer, including a chair, bar stool, 3-seater sofa, a love seat, a lounge chair, not one, not two, but 3 end tables, a floor shelf, a bar, a curtain mount, which is a pretty interesting item I'll talk more about later, a new grill, and a new ceiling light that comes in 3 different wall heights, a spotlight that actually works as something that not only goes on the floor but also on surfaces, so that's kind of neat. There's a new fireplace, a ceiling fan, awning, 3 different heights of the same curtain, a floor tile, and a wallpaper. Lastly, we have a new door that always stays open, so it actually works more like an archway, and 2 new windows. One of these is an angled window, and I think it is pretty neat. It's not a type of window we get often in The Sims, so I'm really looking forward to seeing what builders will do with it. I like how the barbecue looks, but it's too bad that the mini fridge is not actually a mini fridge. It's purely decor, it's a regular old grill. The awning is really nice, and I like how the other new window matches directly with it. I do wish that the door at least had an option to animate open and closed if you didn't want it to be open all the time. I'm glad we have the different ceiling height options for the lights, though I do also kind of wish we had an individual version instead of them always grouped together. But it is also nice that we have the curtains in the 3 different wall heights. And there is the little spotlight that I talked about earlier that can actually go on tables. Speaking of tables, one of the end tables in this kit does have a slot to put decor inside of it, not just on top. So I think that's pretty neat. I don't believe we've had a table with the ability to do that before in The Sims. One thing I like about this kit is that a couple of the objects, including the fireplace and this floor shelf, have this sort of weathered texture look to them, so they're not quite as flat as they may have appeared in the screenshots. This new floor tiling I think is pretty interesting because, well, it's hard for me to really describe it, but it has this other design that is actually better spread out across many tiles rather than just a few. And you can rotate it, of course, so you can kind of change up how it looks as well, just like I did in that clip. Now let's talk about the curtain mount. This is probably the most interesting aspect of the kit because it allows for more customization with the curtains, because you basically use this mount to extend the length of the rod across the window, and you can seamlessly just place them together. So if you have a really small window, you can do this. If you have a really wide window, then you can still place multiple of them and it can still look good. Surprisingly, this was not Evelyn's idea to put in the game. Maxis had already presented this to her when they brought her onto the project. So that is the Desert Luxe kit. Is it worth $5? No, I still don't think there's quite enough on offer here for it to be worth half the price of a stuff pack. Is it worth getting for free? Of course, definitely. I think it matches pretty well with Oasis Springs, which everyone who has the base game would have installed in their game. It's funny to think that this is very likely going to be the most popular kit that will ever release for The Sims 4 just because of this free offer, even if it is only going to be around for a month. The kit does still do some interesting things here and there, like having that spotlight that can go on surfaces, and how the floor tiling was done, as well as having that curtain mount for way more customization. With The Sims 4 base game becoming free in October, I would not be surprised if we start getting kits more often in order to compensate for that. So I'm not really sure if the kits are going to continue improving in quality, or if they will start getting worse again. Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think of the Desert Luxe kit, and have you already started playing around with it? And be sure to subscribe if you'd like to keep up with my latest gaming content. I will talk to you all later, and have a great day. Thanks for watching!